Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Police officer charged after Brampton collision sends civilian driver to hospital. Section of DVP will close overnight due to emergency work. Here's what drivers need to know. Toronto City Council votes to keep vacant home tax amid calls to scrap the program after fiasco. Premier Doug Ford calls jumping gas prices in Ontario disgusting. Toronto police say they are looking for a high-risk offender with a history of violent offences. Average home prices passed $2 million in nearly half of Toronto neighborhoods. Would you leave the city over high costs? One person dead, male suspect in custody after stabbing in Etobicoke.
These were the headlines and let's jump right into the details.
The average price of a home nearly half of Toronto's neighborhoods has already surpassed $2 million, and a new report is warning that prices in other neighborhoods will soon reach that benchmark as well. According to a report by real estate listing website Zocaza, all Toronto neighborhoods will hit the $2 million average price mark by 2034 if prices continue to rise at the same average rate they have over the last decade. Homeowners aren't alone in the struggle either. Renters are also feeling the crunch. Between 2016 and 2021, average rental prices in Ontario rose by nearly 30%, with the average Toronto two-bedroom apartment currently going for just over $3,000 a month. A report by the Angus Reid Institute poll recently found that nearly 60% of renters in the city are seriously considering leaving. Approximately 1 out of 3 non-owners surveyed said they would like to buy a home now but can't afford to due to the high cost of real estate. Another 52% of respondents said they hope home prices fall at least slightly in the next 4 years. For some, cross-country move isn't enough for a significant return on savings. Costs of living have reached such heights that some residents have even opted to leave the country altogether. In an interview with Awaz News, a family from Hamilton said they were being forced to relocate to Barbados, where their extended family lives. Although food is more expensive in Caribbean country, the family hopes to save on utilities and housing costs. Toronto police are investigating a stabbing at home in Etobicoke that left one person dead Thursday afternoon. Emergency crews were called to residents at Burmeside Drive and Bournemouth Road in the area of Kipling Avenue and Clinton Avenue West shortly after 2 p.m. Police say the male victim was pronounced dead at the scene and the homicide unit has taken charge of the investigation. Meanwhile, officers have taken a male suspect into custody. The circumstances surrounding the stabbing are unknown, but police say there is no threat to the public safety. Premier Doug Ford is raising concerns about price gouging at Ontario gas stations following a surge in prices overnight. Disgusting. Gas prices jumped an average of 14 cents per litre overnight in the GTA, climbing to levels not seen in nearly 2 years as the switch from winter fuel to a more expensive summer blend pushes up the price at the pumps. Gas prices for most of Ontario now sit at around 179.9 cents a litre. It is disgusting what the oil companies are doing. They are saying we have to upgrade the gas in the summer, Ford said, while answering questions at an unrelated news conference in Oakville on Thursday morning. He said after reaching out to friends in the US, he discovered that the price of gas has not similarly increased in Chicago and Minnesota. Patrick Dehan, head of petroleum analysis at fuel savings website GasBuddy in Chicago, told Awaz News on Wednesday that the increase is happening now in the eastern parts of Canada. Some gas stations have already raised their price in a sense, but some others may not for the next day or two, Dehan said. So over the next several days, the averages will continue to rise as more stations raise their price. Dan McTeague, the president of Canadians for Affordable Energy, told Awaz News on Thursday that in past years, that switch over from winter to summer fuel typically results in an increase of about 6 to 10 cents per litre. McTeague said, the good news is there will be a 5 cents per litre drop at the pumps by Friday. While 179.9 cents per litre may be highest price motorists have seen in quite some time, it is well short of record high, which McTeague said was set on June 11, 2022, when the price of gas hit 215 cents per litre. Gas prices typically remain elevated during the summer months but come back down again in mid September when the cheaper winter fuel blend returns, McTeague said. Police are asking for the public's assistance locating a high-risk offender who they say breached multiple conditions following his release from a correctional facility last week. Police say that the suspect was released from an undisclosed facility on Friday with a number of conditions. It is alleged that the suspect then failed to report to an officer on Tuesday as required. Police say that the man was then not found at the residence where he was supposed to be residing in the Kipling Avenue and Dixon Road area. Chase Alexander Spence, 30, of Toronto, is now wanted for 3 counts of breaching a recognizance. Police say that Spence has an extensive history of violent offenses, including robbery, aggravated assault, and assault causing bodily harm. He is described as 5'9", approximately 110 pounds, with a thin build, black dreadlocks, and brown eyes. Police are urging anyone with information about his whereabouts to contact investigators. A Toronto area police officer has been charged after allegedly driving a surveillance vehicle while responding to a medical call in Brampton. The incident occurred on August 28, 2023 at the intersection of Bowie Drive East and Dixie Road around 9:30 p.m. According to Special Investigations Unit, which reviews incidents involving police in which injury, death, or sexual assault are alleged, the officer was responding to a medical-related call for service when the collision took place. Both the officer and the female driver of the civilian vehicle were taken to hospital for treatment. The driver sustained serious injuries while the officer was not seriously injured. In a statement issued Thursday, the SIU said the Sergeant Jonathan Christ is facing a charge of dangerous driving causing bodily harm. As the matter is before the courts and in consideration of the fair trial interests of the accused, the SIU will not provide further comment on the investigation, the agency said in the statement. Christ is scheduled to appear in court on May 15. Despite a number of councillors calling for cancellation or suspension of Toronto's vacant home tax Thursday, the program will live to see another year, with City Council ordering staff to revamp the process in wake of a disastrous rollout which saw tens of thousands of property owners receive bills even though their homes are lived in. During Thursday's meeting, councillors considered a motion to scrap the vacant home tax, but it was defeated with a vote of 5 to 18. Instead, councillors adopted a report from city staff that will look into completely revising the vacant home tax program designed for the next year. Before the vote, some councillors pushed to eliminate the program entirely. I think it should be scrapped, Councillor John Burnside told Awaz News. I am not into that level of social engineering, and we have seen the problems that it's caused not only for residents of the city, but city staff as well. The huge cost, the inconvenience, the anguish, I just don't think it's worth it. Councillor Chris Moyes echoed that sentiment. I think we should scrap it. Quite frankly, he said, the rollout was terrible. A lot of people were harmed by it, I think, psychologically. While just around 11,000 property owners had to pay the tax last year, the city sent out 167,346 notices to property owners this year, telling them that they had to pay up. The program started last year. Many of the people who received the bills this year said they didn't realize they had to fill out a declaration every single year. Approximately 108,000 of those charges have already been reversed. However, the messy implementation led to long lineups of the distraught property owners who had been handed bills for thousands of dollars, as the tax equates to 1% of the property's assessed value. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation also called on the city to scrap the program. Mayor Olivia Chow has acknowledged that the program was a mess, but said it was designed before she came to office and was vowed to fix it. She faced questions from reporters Thursday over comments she made, which led people to believe someone had been fired over the fiasco. Chow replied that the person that designed the program is no longer with the city. Asked in a follow-up whether it was because of the sloppy rollout, she said she couldn't go into details about a human resources matter. But during questioning from councillors Thursday, city staff confirmed nobody had been fired over the matter. Asked by reporters afterward whether she had mischaracterized the staff member's departure from City Hall to make it seem as if she was managing the issue, Chow defended her comments. Pressed further, she said again that she should not be commenting on human resources matters. She said the program is meant to help ensure the homes are not simply being bought up as investments by speculators and left idle while there is a housing crisis in the city. A portion of the Don Valley Parkway will be closed to traffic overnight tonight as crews remove a damaged variable messaging sign. The city said all southbound lanes of the DVP will be shut down between Don Mills and the Bayview Blur ramp from 10 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. on Friday. Southbound traffic will be directed at the southbound off-ramp to southbound Don Mills Road, the city said. In addition, northbound traffic will be reduced to a single lane from Pottery Road and Beechwood Drive. Northbound motorists should expect significant delays, the city said. In a news release on Thursday, the city also notified the public about the next phase of the King Street water main and TTC streetcar track replacement. The work along the major downtown road began last February and has reduced traffic to one lane in each direction between Dufferin Street and Shaw Street. The city said the westbound lanes on King Street West between Dufferin Street and Joe Shuster Way will be closed from April 22nd to April 28. During this time, one eastbound lane will remain open. From April 29 until September, the city said full road closures will be effect around a rolling work stop. After that, between September and November, there will be intermittent lane closures while road restoration and overhead streetcar work are completed, the city said. Track replacement work will be taking place 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, according to the city, as the TTC needs to complete some rail installation overnight to protect the integrity and quality of the new rail and concrete. The city said it has structured construction hours to minimize noise disruption. Completing this work is essential to ensure long-term road safety and transit reliability while reducing future disruption, the city said.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.